today I am in my PJs because I want to do something cozy. I've been playing way too many horror games and I decided that I needed to relax a little bit. I even bring my heating blanket. So let's get cozy. Transformation complete. I look like a grandma. Maybe I shouldn't get the blanket. Anyways, let's place the cassette. And plug in this. Oh, that's fancy! Play. Minato! Minato, what are you doing?
After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between. But as my train pulled into the station at Bellariva, I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey.
Nice.
A whole year. It felt like a lifetime. The places I'd seen, the people I'd met, of course, the forgotten treasures I'd given a new lease
I feel
of
like
life
I
along
started
the way.
that I started in the middle of the story or by the end.
I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. I'd been traveling for months, working my way from one town to the next, fixing everything from family heirlooms to VCRs. Bellariva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, that would have to wait until after I'd unpacked.
We're unpacking. I really like the aesthetic. It's like watercolor. Click this up, guys. Open. Let's see what she has inside.
My passport. Not many blank pages left now.
Can I open it? Oh, that's sad. That's good.
I
Passports
saw
are
a
important.
guitarist wearing these at a show once. Rock and roll repair woman, at your service.
Guitarist. Your sunglasses.
The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these.
Those are really little.
My
Clothing.
favorite overalls. These will never go out of style.
You only have 3 per clothes? Where's your underwear? You don't change?
Who doesn't love a scrunchie? Practical and stylish.
Yeah, you only need one. That's okay.
My
Photo?
parents took this after I made my first repair. Seems like a lifetime ago.
Camera. Very important.
Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this. I'll
And a
hand these
manual.
out once I'm settled in. Fingers crossed they get me some work.
Okay, give me something to repair.
Finally, I'd made it to Bellariva. I'd come for the food festival, taking place in a few days' time. After living off TV dinners and instant ramen for the last few months, I was craving a decent meal.
I feel you.
Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay for it, so I figured I'd head out the next day and find some work. My parents never wanted me to go. They wanted me to stay in their shop and
79.
have a simple, stationary life. I knew there was a world out there, beyond the 4 walls of our antique store, that I had to be a part of. I daydreamed constantly about the weird and wonderful places each of our antiques came from. I loved figuring out their stories, revealing the memories hidden beneath the screws and wires.
Antiques. I saw by the picture that she was repairing like cameras and VHS, I think it's called. Is that considered an antique? Am I a dinosaur because I used those things when I was little?
My story in Bellariva began with a little girl and a voice she was longing to hear.
Alright, well, how many do we have? See, is this an antique? That's even fancy for what I had. 13 only? Alright, let's fix this one.
It was my first morning in Bellariva, and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet town, its streets and alleyways basking peacefully in the hot morning sun. In the main square, meanwhile, Preparations were underway for the festival in a few days' time. As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of Bellariva would need me to fix. So far, everything here seemed perfect. I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake when I felt someone tapping me on the back.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Do you know how to
Oh, it's
fix
such a cute
things?
voice.
It was a little girl, maybe 7 years old, who must have gotten hold of one of my flyers. She rummaged around in her backpack until she hauled out a battered red cassette deck.
My tape is broken and I can't make it work anymore. I tried to fix it myself, but there's this metal thing in the way. Can you try?
It's cute. I didn't expect to have a mini story behind the items, and I actually like that. It makes it even better. Oh, this is going to be my thumbnail. I already did the thumbnail. I haven't played the game. Alright, what is the problem with this thing? Oh. Oh, that's not... Ah, right. I need to fix this. Ah, but this is easy. You just use the pen.
Why did you do that?
Because I know, kid. I know how to fix it. I'm that old. Ah, the
It's not
batteries.
working. Something else must be wrong.
There's nothing wrong with it. Oh my god. The controls are a little bit strange. Okay.
Aha! Those batteries look like they need replacing. Luckily, I have some spares.
I wish... There. There. Nice.
Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will always love you.
I was expecting the 80s
even though
music.
we were
Con la esperanza que yo he puesto en ti.
Finished. Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it carefully into her backpack.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing things ever.
No problem. Who was that singing? They're very good.
It's my mum.
Oh.
She's not here anymore.
Izzy trailed off. It was the kind of silence a cassette tape would never be enough to fill. When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with. Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons, and a yo-yo. I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious, I wrote out a full receipt.
That's cute.
She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath it all, part of her life had been shattered. Part I wouldn't be able to fix.
Yeah, but at least you give her something important to her. You help her with that. That was a nice touch. Is this a statue?
My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing small jobs in and around the square. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message asking me to make one more visit.
Which one?
The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach. Bathed in the evening light, it looked beautiful, in spite of its flaking paintwork and chipped tiles. The front door was opened by a harried-looking man, still dressed from a long day at the office.
Are you Maria? My name's Joseph. I'm Isabel's father.
Who was Isabel?
I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning.
Oh, yeah,
Please,
okay.
come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the mantelpiece, I saw the remains of a broken statue. Without thinking, I picked up a fragment.
Ah, my father's statue. What's left of it, at least. Yet another way I'd have disappointed him.
Everyone here has a family issue.
It survived 100 years in this family. But 5 minutes with Isabel and... Do you think you can salvage it?
Couldn't he? It's as easy as just putting it together. Wait.
Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks.
How do I do that? Okay. Controls are a little tricky. Oh! This?
Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label.
A warning label. Okay, easy. Not too much, so it doesn't spill. With an X?
Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together?
I mean, you could do it yourself if you're so worried. I'm doing this for free? Or am I? Am I doing it for money? And it's done. That had no technical difficulty. It's just gluing
Thank
something.
you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My father wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything less.
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family portrait stood proudly next to it. So he was Bellariva's mayor. And that was Izzy's mom. They must both miss her so much.
Interesting.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. I've been working late getting things sorted for the festival. There's only a few days to go. Looks like I'll be working late. Again?
When I told my parents I wanted to leave, they always found an excuse to be busy, to avoid talking about it. I guess keeping themselves occupied was their way of pretending it wasn't happening. Joseph's work must have been taking up so much of his time. But maybe that was what he wanted. I just hoped he was finding enough time for Izzy, too.
I'm gonna guess that he actually paid me a little bit for this, even though he could have done it himself, because he's just like dismissive. Oh, I have so much work to do, and I just have to leave, and I don't see any money. I would guess that they gave it to us. He gave it to us. I could be sympathetic to the girl. She's small, not to the father. Oh, I love calling with this
My second day in
phone.
Bellariva dawned bright and clear. Another beautiful sunny morning. Walking into town, I passed cafes overflowing with customers cradling their morning coffees. I stopped, breathing in the smell of roasted coffee beans and freshly baked pastries.
Oh, that's such a great smell.
I was about to go inside when the owner of Carmen's, the cafe next door, stopped me.
Hello, Maria? Were you here yesterday handing out flyers? I have a job for you.
Her place was petite, tucked between its competitors as if hoping they wouldn't notice. Judging by the empty tables inside, though, her potential customers hadn't noticed it either.
It's a
That's
bit
that.
slow today, but we're just getting started. I'm sure it'll pick up soon.
As Carmen chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned with an old rotary phone.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sister for some, seasoning tips, but it won't connect. Can you see if you can figure out what's wrong?
Anyways, these ones were so fun.
You can fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it.
Hey! Do I need to unscrew it? Of course.
Obviously, we'd normally be much busier than this.
Really? Or are you making just... Is it just to feel better? to look better in front of there. Oh my god, the controls, I'm not used to them. Ooh. More screws. This one is broken. We change it for this one. And what is this for? Ah, it's broken too.
These connections aren't quite right. I should check the wiring.
Take this out. Replace it. And we're missing, of course, one connection.
Looks like this new circuit board is all hooked up.
Let's screw everything back.
Still a few parts missing.
Nice. Just missing the cable. I want to have one of these at my house. Whenever I get enough money and space, I will probably get a landline so I can have one of these.
When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
Why?
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry or let it cool down?
Nope, it's ready to go. It'll be ringing off the hook in no time.
That's if I can pay my phone bill anyway. And the rent and the suppliers. Anyway,
Don't tell me
take
your
a seat
story.
and I'll be right with you. Your coffee's on the house.
I sat at one of the empty tables, while at the counter, Carmen had started dialing the phone.
Hello. How's my favourite sister doing today?
Great.
As she talked, Carmen became more and more tense. This didn't seem like a call for some cooking advice.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't afford to take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
I think the worst thing that you can do is borrow money from your own family, because it creates tensions. You don't want to break your family bond over money.
You don't need to be here though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Sorry about that. My sister's decided to fly in for a visit. Oh god, I have to get ready. Actually, I might have another job for you. Can you come by tomorrow?
So the sister says she lands the money. She wants to see how the business is going. And she's worried because she had no customers. Camera!
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival. I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my hotel's reception desk. Apparently, another guest had asked for me by name.
By name?
Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor and made my way to the room number they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about the camera? It's about time.
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
What is this then?
Tells me you know how to fix things. I'd usually go to an expert, of course, but in this town...
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different.
I don't know about
Inside
that.
her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera. Any professional photographer's dream.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume you can figure out what's wrong.
Alright. Let's figure it out. What's wrong with it? I think they should fix a little bit some of the controls of this game because it doesn't feel as cozy as I expected.
I don't suppose you've fixed anything this valuable before.
This valuable? This is not that valuable. Come on. It's a very simple camera. She's so high up.
Screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror.
You know, what I was saying is
Perfect.
anti-intuitive.
Now the viewfinder should be working.
Okay, I don't need to do that.
I think I've missed a screw somehow.
I miss a screw?
You need the manual.
No, I don't. You told me that I was missing a screw. I didn't miss any screws. You liar.
I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena. I put my disposable to shame.
Oh wait, this is happening in the past then, right?
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a 1958 limited edition. The first of its kind.
How would I know?
It cost me 3 months' salary. But it was worth it.
Was it? Like, I get that whenever you take a photo with one of these old cameras, it looks different. It's like it has a filter on it. It feels different. But this doesn't mean that it's a really good camera. There are way better cameras whenever there's a new model coming up. And okay, it could be expensive because it's from a collection, but I don't know, to take photos, I wouldn't pay that much. I wouldn't pay much for these things.
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but I was pretty sure it was more than I could afford. It was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better? She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate. At least there's one person in this town who knows what they're doing.
That's funny. I just adjusted a little bit the light that was coming in and replaced the raw.
Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another penny, she'll have to convince me it's not a total waste of time.
I agree with Helena.
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena was about to hit, I hoped Carmen was ready.
I mean, I understand. It's not her money, it's her sister's money. And she doesn't want to be wasting it. She's earning it on her own.
The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
With no customers.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
Carmen led me to a back room where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign.
I had this made when I first opened the cafe, but I'm hopeless with electronics.
So there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
Or maybe not. Maybe people are not interested. I don't like Carmen.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here.
I hope she does good, so Helena doesn't have to waste more money, because I know Helena is probably going to feel bad if she doesn't help her sister, which is manipulation, of course. But anyway. What is it that I have to do? I don't even have a manual. Okay. What is the matter? Do I need to put the sign first? Yeah. I guess it makes sense. Why do I have glue? Oh. Now we're talking. That was easy. I don't have anything more to do. It's kind of broken.
I don't know, it's a bit flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
How do I make it flash?
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
Okay. We are getting more stuff done. I like that. Now, disconnect here. There's gonna be another one because I still have this one. And a dot. It's empty space.
It still needs something else.
Yeah, see?
Maybe we can add one of these.
Where a little coffee. Ah. See, the little dot. Oh, wait. I forgot. Wait, I forgot.
I think the whole thing is supposed to light up.
We don't have cocktails. I don't see there's any pizza. What is the coffee? This is supposed to be a coffee place. What is the coffee sign? And what goes well with coffee? The only thing is ice cream, but like maybe something to eat. I'm gonna put something to eat because how are you getting coffee with ice cream? Like how does that mix together? And why do you get a cocktail with coffee at the same time?
It works. I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
This woman is a disaster. I'm telling you. If you cannot manage a business and repair anything around yourself, by the way, not creating a better design for your coffee, maybe she shouldn't have a coffee shop.
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
And by the way, she only started repairing stuff when she heard her sister was coming and she wanted the money of the sister. If she really wants this place to work out, right? She will be fixing this stuff the first moment they break. If she sees there's no customers, go outside, start screaming. Like, I think she's not doing enough to deserve a coffee shop.
Oh, that's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived. Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
I agree so much. Helena, let's be friends.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
How was this called? Game Boy?
It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house. I'd barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Psst. Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
That's so cute.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse. I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore.
She said that before, like, she will get 30, as if it was a big deal. You're just scrolling inside a tree house.
Can you fix it for me?
Okay, I just understood that she owns now the antique store from her parents. She's not necessarily fixing antiques. She's just owning the store and she's fixing whatever people give it to fix. Doesn't need to be an antique. I know I'm dumb, I'm sorry. What's this? Do I need to do this? Oh. It's all fried up. What did you do? Which one was it? Okay, this one. Oh my, I forgot which one gold were. I wasn't paying attention. Oh wait, it's in the other side. Right, so this is third. Let's connect everything first. So it needs to connect exactly with the same ones? Like here and here? Okay. Then it doesn't really matter which one I'm connected to. It only needs to connect with the exact same from the other side, so it can be different. They could look different.
grown-ups play games as well?
Of course we do.
Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
Okay, let's play. How is this hard? You just need to follow the arrow. Hey, let me play. Ah, I need to take a photo. There you go. Easy. You gotta play some Mario in there.
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own. Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of dropped it really hard at the wall.
So it was on purpose.
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I have to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress, and I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too.
Yeah, I know. It's not the father of neither of them.
It made me think. Had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view?
Probably not. That's a mistake we all do.
I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving them behind.
Just a nice watch. Is this for the father?
Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the doorbell. It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
I was, repairing a lawnmower.
I wish we
Unusual.
could.
Well, do come in. The job I've got for you is a little more delicate.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office. You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course. It's traditional for the mayor to judge food from every cafe and restaurant in town. I'll be declaring the best chef in Bella Riva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which,
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it to me.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again?
Of course. I enjoy watches. Okay, those are really tiny screws.
Are you sure it will all fit back together?
Of course. The only thing about watches is that they are so small that you need to be very careful. You can lose a piece because of it.
Ah, the main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it.
Hey.
Cogs look
Okay.
good though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
Okay, that's not bad. Hey, I wanted to place it in the one on top. Oh, I have extra. Oh no. Wait, that doesn't go there. Come on. Wait, what about this one? Oh, that's so hard. Let's fix it up.
I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
Oh. I'm sympathetic toward this man. The poor guy lost the wife, has troubles with the daughter, and is the mayor on top of everything. He has a lot of things in his plates. Oh, I didn't see the back. Wait, was that working on its own? No. We got the watch.
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this was one small way I could help him move forward.
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes me feel like she's still here. Watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time. Even with Isabel, I barely see her. And when I do, she acts like she hates me.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace during the busy days to come.
Sad thing to lose someone, especially when you don't expect it. Oh, I like this. I wish I had one.
When my last job of the day brought me to Carmen's apartment, the door was opened by someone I didn't expect to see.
I'm on your side, Elena. I'm on your side.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knickknack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
That's
Carmen's
horrible.
apartment was a little chaotic, but totally charming. It was easy to imagine her living in a place like this. It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
We're having a clear out. Or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things to make her some money.
That's a good thing. See, Helena is even trying to help the sister make money on her own, to resolve her problems on her own. She's not even doing it on her own because her sister is doing it. But he's searching for solutions for her sister to see that she can try and do it on her own without asking for money. Like, she's a good sister.
She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
The sister is a hoarder.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen treats it like a piece of junk. Can you take a look?
Oh my god, I really want one of these. I used to have one projector with little tapes, like those tapes from old movies or the old cameras that you will see through the light, and it has the little squares on the side. So I had one of those, but as a projector for kids' stories. It's like having a book, but you project it on the screen, on the wall, and it was really cute. I don't even know how to search that. Maybe I show you a photo if I find it. And it had, I think it was Russia, because I remember the drawings being that style.
Okay, I'll need to redirect the light to the lens at the top for the projector to work.
Have I played this before? Wait, I'm missing one. Of course.
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
How do I pass the light to there? There's something strange about this thing. Aha!
I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad. Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
Don't throw this one away. Don't sell this one. There you go.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around. I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister. She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
Well, that's sad.
Helena was transfixed, staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus the money.
That's the problem. There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone. I have nothing.
What?
Carmen thinks I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time.
Then you need to teach her.
You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
And she doesn't even know how to manage money or how to make it. She doesn't put any effort. She asks for money for from her sister to solve her problems instead of searching for a solution herself.
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
We drifted so far apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping us together was my bank balance. I know I have to tell her the truth. It isn't fair. But I already lost everything else. What if I lose her too?
Then she doesn't deserve you. I know by the end they're gonna work together on the cafe. But okay. And she's gonna win the best cafe or best chef, something like that. We are almost by the end of these stories.
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit. All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest favour?
No.
Helena was supposed to help me run the stall today, but she never turned up. Probably too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to me.
Motherfucker! You're asking for money! What?
Carmen was stirring so furiously, she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day off.
I'm not even a friend. Hell no.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and make me a spare batch?
Oh my god. I'm doing this for Helena, not for Carmen. Helena doesn't have a job. She probably needs this place to work out. Okay? I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. 1 pint of stock. What am I doing? This first? I see the photo on this side. This on top. This on the side. What about these things? Okay. Hey. And then I can.
It all fits. Now to light the gas.
Oh, I light the gas. We need to do it quickly. Hey, there's too much gas going on. Oh! Nah! We're gonna burn ourselves down. Ah, there you go. I was afraid. Okay, the broth. And then I need the leaves, right? No? It ran out again. Oh,
I
there
think
it
that pot
goes.
is really boiling now. Smells great if I say so myself. Here are the ingredients that Carmen's given me. What to add first?
Pint of stock. Does it have the names? What is the stock thingy? I don't even have my phone. What the hell is the stock? Is this? Okay, one. One of these, I guess. 2 broccoli. A handful of tomato.
That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
Okay, 3 mushrooms. Plenty of onions. Is it that? Okay, change color. I'm guessing that's the correct way. That wasn't. That wasn't well prepared.
My part done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time, and a moment later, Joseph arrived with Izzy in tow. Carmen anxiously handed them both a serving.
That was so tasty. Can I have some more, please?
Well, you've certainly earned yourself a loyal customer in my daughter. We have a few more meals to taste, but so far you are one of the best. Good luck.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
Me too.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did. I just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years. I never stopped to think how much she actually had to give.
Fair enough. At least she's realizing it. I also want one of these. And a collection of acetatos.
The festival finished. I only had 1 day left before I had to catch my train and leave Bella Riva behind. I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen. So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it. Best food
Knew it.
in Bella Riva. Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss was about.
Thanks God.
Maria! My favorite sous chef. Come on through.
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be.
No, she doesn't deserve it. But I'm happy she got it because the sister is gonna be better now.
Even Helena was there, serving the coffees. This was the last place I expected to see her after yesterday's drama. Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs, where she brought out an old record player.
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival. She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts.
No.
But then she didn't have much left for herself. So, I've asked her to come and stay with me for a while. We have a lot of catching up to do.
And she dared to speak against her sister, even though her sister was selling something precious to her. She sold her camera to save the cafe that is not even hers.
I wanted to give her this to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids. Do you think it has one last tune in it?
I used to paint these ones. I will, since they didn't work as much, it was they were like broken or
Okay,
old.
let's see what happens when we turn this on. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
Just the wiring? Wait.
Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly. That's the speed dial connected. Now we should be able to change it.
Change it? Why? I'm just missing one thing. Where does this go to? Oh, I see. There you go.
I think that should do it. This record should play beautifully. It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? It must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around.
Okay. We take this one
If
out.
I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should
know.
check the wiring.
Oh,
The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
it's going. This one? Maybe now? There you
Well,
go.
it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
What will we
The sweetest
There you go.
words I've ever heard.
Fixed.
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear, as she appeared a few moments later.
Is that my old record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide projector had preserved all these years, inseparable once again. Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that camera, but I love my sister more. Now it's her time to be the person she wants to be. I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but they were both prepared to try. And to think, it had all started because of a call Carmen made about some seasoning tips. I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a year. I wanted to hear their voices more than anything. But the silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
Family problems. Oh, Anastasia.
My final morning in Bella Riva, I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack, but I figured I could squeeze in one final job before I had to leave. When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw-driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
You've made quite the impression. Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again. This would be my last repair in Bellariva, but it felt like it was the house that had really been restored.
Oh, we are leaving already?
It's a music box. It used to play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens. I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing again. Can you help?
Let's see what's the problem with the box.
Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
Sure. It's no problem. It's gonna be a good touch. Oh, right, glue. I forget the glue. Nice. Let's see what's the problem. Nothing is sounding. How do I open it? What is that? Little bird?
This mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
Okay. We changed that. Do I really need to take it out apart? Ah, okay, okay. This setting has to be changed. Please. Could it be? Okay, everything is back to place, right? Oh, the verse is not coming out. There you go. Now you want to play? You want to work? Oh my god. I know it's my
Perfect.
fault.
The mechanism is good as new.
I know it's my fault because I didn't see the wheels turning. But anyway.
There's still a part I need to attach. Where does it go?
Here it goes.
I think that's everything back together.
There
My
it
wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me? I sit by your side and hold you. I've
That's
missed so
cute.
much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be. I've ended up so much like my own father, working all the time. Izzy needs me more than that. Especially now it's just the two of us. My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders.
Wait till you're 13.
She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them back.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there was something of my own I needed to fix.
What? We need to pack again?
My time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so much about what was really important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop, the day I left. Afterwards, I was too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was a guilt I'd been carrying around every day since. As I packed, I knew that it was up to me to find a way to lighten the load.
Okay.
The soundtrack to my travels. I'll be listening to this on the journey. My train ticket. Can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind.
And
My
we're
parents
back.
would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip. My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference. Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us, but I finally felt ready to talk to them. I just didn't know if they would feel the same. Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back.
Let's dial them.
Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
And that was it? I saw there was something else. Epilogue. Epilogue. Okay. A coffee machine. So we're fixing the Carmen's coffee machine this time. I guess they are still having problems.
I saw Maria use her screwdriver 1,000,000 times. Taking this apart will be easy.
Ah, so we are in Carmen's perspective. So Carmen is fixing this. Okay, she's a lead moving. But this seems...
These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them.
This seems a little bit more complicated than what Maria did. Alright. Okay, how do we connect this? Oh my god. Wait. There is a tank. Okay, there is a valve. Those are important to connect first. This one is blue, so there.
Oh, I wish Maria was here. She'd know how to put these pipes together.
Don't worry, I can do it. I think.
How can there be so much steam? Ugh, I'm getting soaked.
There?
Why is there so much steam?
No.
That can't be right.
No, no, no. Wait. It's the other way.
The pipes are all connected, but there's still steam everywhere.
I'm missing
Something's in the
something.
wrong place.
Oh, I see. There you go.
Finally, no more steam.
But I'm still missing these. What is... Okay, let's connect cables. Where is this supposed to go? Wait. There he goes. Oh my god. Okay, I see. Let's connect one to the whatever coffee, okay? And then in this side we get coffee and then one. That should do it, right? Electricity maybe in two. And then with the tree we'll get this dot that I have no idea what is. Wait. Why is it not connecting? Okay. Why is this one so strange? What's the matter? Oh, I need more stuff. Like that. Ah! Right? No? There you go. I think everything is connected. Now I need to put everything back in place. Hey. We even have a cookie. What? Oh, that was the coffee for. To stop the cave. Okay. On the bottom. Okay, okay. Nice.
It looks like I've forgotten a screw.
Here. Nice.
I think that's everything. Better test the buttons, just to make sure.
Okay, let's test everything.
All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think.
I enjoy coffee. Okay, first of all, this needs to be done. Oh no! Ah! Oh no, I'm so sorry. No, it's watered down. I'm so sorry.
Smells delicious. Now to make it look magical.
Yeah. Let me take it out. We're not gonna steam it? I mean the milk. There it goes.
A perfect coffee. All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
Let's put everything together. And now we can eat it. Alright, there's nothing more. That's sad. But it was fun. I still don't like the controls. But the story was fun. And it was cozy enough. Anyways, see you next time, guys. Bye bye.